Hey kids, welcome to Unit 1, Lesson 7, Writing Methods, Exercise number 2. Let's go ahead and jump in and see what exactly code.org wants us to do. Looks like we get to use that turn right method to navigate the MyPainter Plus object to the traffic cone. Finally, kids, I was so excited to do this. Remember the anatomy of our method. We use the public constructor, void return type, and our variable name, and then whatever we wanted in there. Don't forget your curly cues. This turn right is a method we created for our subclass Painter Plus, and we instantiated an object under that subclass called MyPainter Plus, and now we're going to navigate this sprite down to this cone. And that doesn't sound too hard to do at all. First thing, let's just make our sprite move. And the object we instantiated was called MyPainter Plus. And in the other ones, we did MyPainter Move. The object was MyPainter, the object's MyPainter Plus. So I think we can do the same things like we did before. Let's just hit run, make sure I'm correct, kids. There we go, our object got there. We got to move a couple more times. Let's do some typing. That's 3 times there. Let's talk our turn. I could, kids, and we're going to do this an easy and a hard way. Let's just do the easy way here. We'll do a turn right like that. Let's just double check to make sure our method even works before we go further. This should take us over to that third dot here. Then we should turn right. And then I'm going to talk about a fancy little way we could work this too. Our object moved. How awesome is that? But we've been working a lot with if statements, kids, right? We did that in the last lesson. So I want to use that because that was something that we need to know how to use for the exam. So let's use an if statement here and do if. And if MyPainter Plus, remember that awesome can move command that we had from before. Remember how we talked directions in that one lesson. So, oops, that has to be inside of that one. And remember our directions were north, east, south, and west. So I think if it can turn south, it should turn south. Don't forget your curly cue. Like that. That means if my painter gets to this part right here, and if it can move south, it's going to turn right. And that just helps us enforce something we did from the other lesson. We're not done yet. We still have to keep moving, and we have to go, I think, 2 more dots. Let's do MyPainter Plus move, MyPainter Plus dot move. 1 more. Like that. That should take us right to the cone. Clean up our code a little. We have our turns. Let's see if this works, kids. Look at that. Our sprite made it all the way to the cone. This looks like everything we have to do for this lesson. Wait, before we go, we should always look at our console. Kids, we do have a logical error happening right here. It's saying Painter tried to move off the grid or into an obstacle. If I go down here, looks like I just have 1 too many. It actually had to move 2 dots, not 3. Let's comment it out, because if I'm wrong, I can always bring it back. And let's see if this fixes my error. This time, it looks like it finished the program without any errors. Remember to look at your console.log after you run, even if you think the program runs correctly. You never know what's happening. That's why it's there. Key takeaways. Well, the key takeaways is how we access that method from the previous lesson. Remember, we have our classes and subclasses, and within our subclass, we modified it a little to have this new method, turn right. How do we call it? We call it like we do our previous versions. We use the variable, dot, the dot modifier, and then the name of the method we created. In our case, it was turn right. Again, if you look through the documentation, you'll see they created methods for move, turn left, all of this different stuff here. Hopefully this video was helpful, kids. As always, if you have any questions, come see me. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video, kids. See you later. Bye, bye, bye.